Maybe this has happened to you. It's late, everything is quiet, and for a moment, you stop distracting yourself. No noise, no movement, just you and your thoughts. And somewhere in that silence, a question shows up. Not loudly, not dramatically, just there. What if this is it? Not in a hopeless way, not like everything is falling apart. Just a quiet thought. What if nothing really changes? What if things stay like this for longer than you expect? What if this version of your life, the one that feels slightly off, slightly incomplete, isn't temporary? What if this isn't a phase? What if this is just how it is? And maybe you don't think about it all the time. Maybe during the day, you're busy. You have responsibilities. You have things to do. You move. You function. And it all makes sense. But at night, when everything slows down, that feeling comes back. Not strong enough to overwhelm you, just enough to make you uncomfortable. Because it's not about failure. It's not about things going wrong. It's about something else, something harder to explain. The possibility that nothing is wrong, and yet something is missing. And worse, that it might stay that way. And that's a different kind of fear. Not the fear of losing everything, but the fear of staying the same. Of waking up one day, years from now, and realizing nothing really changed. That you kept going, you kept adjusting, you kept telling yourself, later. And later never came. And maybe that thought, you don't let it stay for too long. You push it away. You distract yourself. You scroll. You work. You fill your time. Because sitting with it feels too heavy. Because if you really look at it, you might have to ask yourself something you're not ready to answer. Like, what if the life you're waiting for isn't coming? What if the version of you think you'll become only exists in the idea of someday? And what if, without realizing it, you've been slowly accepting a life that doesn't fully feel like yours? Not all at once, not intentionally, just over time, in small ways. The same ways you stopped questioning things. The same ways you learned to adjust. The same ways you told yourself, this is enough, even when something inside you wasn't sure it was. And maybe that's what you've been feeling lately. Not panic, not urgency, just a quiet weight, a subtle heaviness, a feeling that something isn't moving, that something is staying the same. And maybe the fact that this thought even exists means something in you hasn't given up. Because if you had fully accepted it, you wouldn't question it at all. But you do, even if it's quiet, even if it only shows up at night, even if you try to ignore it. Maybe the question isn't, will things change? Maybe it's, what are you slowly accepting that doesn't feel true? And maybe the fear isn't that nothing will change. It's that it might not, unless you do. And maybe the hardest part is this: nothing forces you to change. You can stay here as long as you want.